Hello and welcome to Fin Business edition of Money 2020. We are talking to various experts from interesting fields within the payment space, and with me is Patrick. Patrick is from Payoneer, which has pioneered the space of payments and has been in several locations in Asia Pacific, in the European world, as well as in the American continent. So what kind of challenges do you see in the SME finance and SME payments globally, and how are you filling the gap?
Yeah. So really what we've seen is a real revolution over the past decade of small businesses being able to operate globally and go for markets and customers globally. It can be, as small as an individual providing services to the other side of the world. E-commerce sellers that have a store on a marketplace and sell goods to markets on the other side of the world. We see a lot of that. For example, e-commerce sellers in China that sell goods in Europe and the US. Service providers, for example, web designers, software developers, translators, for example, from India, that have customers in the US or Europe or Australia. And what we try to do is to remove the friction for these small businesses so that they can actually get paid as easily as if their customer was in the same country.
Interesting. So you are actually bridging the gap for all the small and medium businesses and making it easier for them to access money. So how do you also facilitate finance for these small businesses?
So we think this is really the next frontier. What we aim to be able to provide is a suite of financial services for these small businesses. Payments is the basic. You need to be able to receive money, you need to be able to make payments. Financing, there is a huge need for financing for small businesses. And we believe there again that the banks have not necessarily cracked it. And we're looking at how with our data and working with partners, we can actually, on top of payments, offer working capital finance products.
Interesting. So it's not just acquiring payments, but also getting into financing them based on their cash flow and their receivables.
Yeah, we have customers that have been working with us for years, have stable cash flows, have a diversified base of customers, and it's about how we can actually capture the information in our data, find the right sources of financing, and offer, again, extremely frictionless user experience and provide small value working capital finance.
There has been a whole lot of compliance related issues and quite a lot of challenges that the SMEs have been facing. So what are the key challenges that you see them facing, and how do you solve them?
So we can take the example of India, for example. We've seen many of our customers in India over the past years have had quite a few challenges managing the introduction of GST, managing the digitization of import-export records and business realization certificates. We're working very hard with our partner banks to make that whole experience much smoother, to enable really a small business not to have to focus on whether its bank has reconciled the incoming remittance and the exports, but really focusing on developing markets, on marketing, on sourcing good products, on delivering the work, and then basically receive the funds in their bank account without having to worry about it.
So you just smoothen the entire process for the banks. As for the
sellers, for the small exporters, yeah, really trying to make life easier for them so that they can focus on what they're really good at and providing services to small businesses that quite often only larger businesses could afford.
How many countries do you provide these kind of facilities and services?
So we have customers in 200 countries. We can pay them in more than 100 currencies, and we work for payments through local, low-cost, efficient domestic payment systems in 100 countries.
Interesting. So what is the road ahead for this business in the future? in the next few years with blockchain coming into the picture? Is there any other such kind of technology that is going to disrupt this business now?
So we really focused on the customer experience. If there is better technology to do it, we'll use the better technology. But it's really in the end all about the customer experience, and what we think is small businesses exporting that will continue to grow, and their needs will become more sophisticated, more currencies, financing needs, more customers everywhere, and this is what we're working on being able to service.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Patrick.
Thank you.